are a state welcoming to everyone. I am very concerned about the ramifications of this new executive order. Several hours ago, I was informed by sources that we have a family here who has been detained. I am very concerned about individuals who will board an aircraft to come to the United States of America, and they will, entitled to come into this country, are now denied admission to the United States of America. I remind everybody that we are a land of immigrants. Unless you are Native American, we have all come from somewhere around the globe to this great country. I am very concerned about the family. I'm calling upon DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, as governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, as governor where this airport is located. I want to know what families are here. I want to know if any Virginia families have been impacted by this decision, and we want answers to questions. I want to know who's being detained. But as a broader point, I'm very concerned about the values of the United States of America, where we have been always open and welcoming. You think of Virginia when the first 3 ships came to this nation in 1607. Since that time, the Statue of Liberty and the arms have been open to everyone. I think of my forefathers from Ireland who came to this country. Our values are open for individuals. This is bad for the United States of America. Number one, it's bad for the economy. I think what immigrants have done to help build this country. I am also very concerned about the national security implications of what this message has sent to members of the Muslim faith and all faiths, that we are no longer open and welcoming. I do believe this sends a message to the globe of how Americans will be treated in countries all over the globe. We cannot tolerate this type of activity. So we are very concerned. Discriminatory tactics breed hatred, and it will breed hatred toward our nation, and it will breed hatred toward Americans around the globe. As we saw today, Google sent a letter to their employees around the globe, about 100 employees, and said to them, get home and get home immediately, because we don't know if you will be allowed back into the United States of America. This is not the nation that we know. This is not the nation that we love. We are a value country who values people's contribution to this great nation. So I'm here today with my Attorney General Herring. We want answers. I have instructed my Attorney General to look at all avenues that we have here in Virginia, all legal remedies that we have to help these individuals who are stuck at our airport here in Virginia. You board a plane to come to America. You have the right to come to this country, and yet when you land, you are detained. We believe in vetting, and we believe in strong vetting. Nobody should be allowed in this country who would do harm to any American or to our country. But you have taken vetting to a new extreme. They talk about extreme vetting. We don't even know what that means. So our message for the people here today, this is not the United States of America that we know. We are not going to tolerate it. We are not going to stand back. We here in Virginia are open and welcoming to everybody when we want it. And to the Department of Homeland Security, I want to know if there are families here, and who are they, and are they entitled to be in this country? I am asking this as the governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia. You are on our soil, you are in Virginia, and I want to know who's being implicated. So I've asked the Attorney General to begin to look at all legal remedies that we have and avenues to allow people to continue to come to the greatest country in the entire globe.
Good afternoon, and first of all, I want to thank the governor for his courage and for his leadership. We in Virginia are heirs to a proud legacy of religious freedom and mutual respect. And I'm here to share my concern and join the governor in expressing our concern over the most recent executive order by the president to, in effect, target Muslims because of their faith and suspend a refugee program, and in doing so, it will only exacerbate a humanitarian crisis and undermine America's leadership abroad. This country was founded on a principle of religious freedom and mutual respect. And the message this sends to all minority communities in Virginia and in America, especially those Virginians and those Americans who are Muslim, sends a message that they are somehow less because of their faith, and that is wrong, and it is un-American. Here we are at Dulles Airport, one of Virginia's gateways to the rest of the world. And the president has now slammed the door closed on people who thought they were coming here because we have always been a country with open arms. So I've got my legal team now looking at this. You know, this has just happened in the last 24 hours. We're also going to monitor very closely individual actions that may be filed. And we're doing that because this is wrong-headed and it is un-American, and we're going to work together to make sure that we uphold the values for which this nation has been so admired since the days of our founding fathers.
I would be glad to take a couple questions. My message to President Trump is he likes to talk about walls. You cannot build a wall around the entire United States of America. Well, we've been told by non-governmental sources that there is at least one family here who is being held right now. We've been told that they have 2 children. We don't know the facts, and that's my question. As the governor of this Commonwealth, as the governor of this airport, I want to know who we're holding here today. We are entitled to know it. We're demanding answers from the Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Patrol. We want answers. We're going to get those answers, and we are going to act once we get those answers to our questions.
What are some of the legal steps that you and the Attorney General might be able to take to provide remedy in the near future?
As I said, the executive order was just issued in the last 24 hours. My legal team is reviewing it, and it would be premature to really speculate on what actions might come of that, but we are going to work as hard as we can to protect American values and Virginia values.
With the family you've been told about, is this from the 10 a.m. flight from Ethiopia? Do you know which flight this came in on?
We were not told specific, but we were told there is at least one family impacted, and we need to know the answers. I need to know the answers of who's coming here to the Commonwealth of Virginia. This is important. We're entitled to know those answers. And we do have an individual here who has been involved in this process, and I'd like her to say a couple words if she could.
Thank you, Governor McCullough. My name is Nicole Alsai. I am a lifelong resident of Virginia, born and raised here in Virginia. I have my children, my son here in Virginia. And I wanted to tell you about my father. My father was an Iraqi immigrant back in the early 60s, and he came here from escaping persecution from Iraq at that time, political persecution, and came here as a lawyer, but then went to University of Tennessee to pursue his master's. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about us and our family. So I have one brother who's been in the military for 20 years. My son is also in the military. I have a brother who is a park police and a sister who is a park ranger. We have all faiths in my family. We have Christians, Muslims, and Jews. We have Republicans and we have Democrats. But we are an American family, and we are a proud American Muslim family. So America's homeland security and our nation's safety are top priorities for me and my family. But we need intelligent and nuanced policies to best ensure the safety of our nation. I am deeply concerned that indiscriminate bans on travel and immigration from Iraq and other countries are un-American, inadvisable, and potentially dangerously counterproductive. Worst of all, we should be worried about the risk that these measures are the beginning of a new trend pivoting this great country away from our cherished ideals. I ask President Trump, his administration, as well as our United States senators and representatives to immediately consider and implement better ways to preserve our safety while upholding the founding principles of our nation. Thank you.
May I ask you a question, ma'am? How do you spell your name first?
B-A-C-U-L. last name A-L, hyphen, S as in Sam, A-I-G-H.
And what jurisdiction do you live in Virginia?
I live in Fairfax County.
In Fairfax.
I am a member of the Health Systems Agency Board. I'm a small business owner and a middle school teacher.
So, if I may I ask you, if the governor's, if the president's order is in regard to specific Muslim nations where he suggested on the campaign trail there's a higher risk of safety to Americans for those individuals, do you see it that way? Do you think there's a higher risk of refugees from Syria, Yemen, and these other places that he's named? I don't have the list in front of me.
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
No. I'm not, I don't want to further on that, but no, it's just indiscriminate, it's just not acceptable. You need to have very specific ways of getting it. Thank you.
And as we heard today, there was read in the newspapers, there was a Iraqi citizen who had been a translator for our armed services. He put his life on the line to help our men and women in uniform. He is now being denied access to our country. This individual's life is in jeopardy. ISIS wants to kill this man. And here we are, the